Hey, what's up, family? This your boy, Mr. McGee, one half of the Born Rich Club podcast. First and foremost, I want to thank y'all for your continued support and for rocking with us, man. Right now, you're checking out another episode of the Born Rich Club podcast, audio edition, man. So make sure you like, subscribe, and comment, man. And without further ado, let's get into it.
Yo, what's up, man? It's your boy, Lano XL, Mr. 18 Pockets.
And yo, what's up? It's me, Mr. McGee, a.k.a. Boopy, a.k.a. Born Rich, and Lano.
What up, though?
How you feeling, broski?
Man, I feel good.
Yeah, man. Why is that,
I'm going to tell you why I feel good, right? Because we got the biggest boss you done seen this far. And I ain't talking about the one from Miami.
Let's go. Let's go. Who
I'm
we got?
talking about the one from Cali. The real.
The man.
The freeway.
Yeah.
The Ricky Ross.
The things on the interstate.
Yeah, most definitely things on the interstate.
Yeah.
A lot of things on the interstate. I probably been scared as shit.
For real.
Man, I was like, hey, I want to sell two when I'm done. I want to sell 1 million of them. Shit. But no, most definitely honored, happy. Most definitely got Freeway Ricky Ross live in the building, man. We excited.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Finally got to meet you.
Yeah.
Heard so much about you. A lot about you.
Don't believe all that stuff.
Nah, man.
don't.
That's why we got you here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Listen, man. Shout out to Double Solid, man. Most definitely for linking us with you guys. Friend of mine from back in the gap when we was negative. Now we have turned a new leaf and we're very positive. So I like to see people that I was in the streets with and also make transitions into doing positive work, which is he's a brother who did it. And like I said, just threw me the alley hoop for you to even meet you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
I mean,
dope.
even piggybacking off what he said, you're pretty much the blueprint for that. You know, you went down, did some time, came back out. I know everybody's still trying to say, hey, man, you getting back in the game? Hey, you getting back in the game? And he said,
They
nah.
holler once in a while.
Yeah, nah, I ain't getting I'm Dr. Ross now.
But you got to check them, you know. You got to check them politely.
I mean, even going on that, Rick, how hard was it for you to? Did you already know, like when your time got short in prison, that hey man, I'm done with it. I'm done with that shit, man.
Yeah, now I was done before I went to prison. You know?
Okay.
You know, I quit.
Okay.
I quit selling drugs 1.5 years before I got arrested.
Damn, that sound like everybody. As soon as we stop, man, it's like that's when it happens.
Or slow down, you know, because I don't know if it was really a stop or it was just a slow down, you know, until things got tough again. You know, a lot of times we say we quit, but we really don't quit. You know, we quit for a couple months.
Yeah, most definitely. That was me.
2 years.
Yeah, that was me.
And then, you know, you look at your bank account and be like, damn, I'm low on funds. Let me go hit a quick lick, you know?
Yeah.
So I look at it like that could have been the case. You know, I hadn't totally ruled out ever going back into the game.
So when you was, how many years did you do in prison?
I did 20 total.
20
Two
total?
bits. Yeah, I had a 5 years and 8 months and a 14 and 8 months.
Okay.
Well, I mean, what kept you grounded, man? Because I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I can't even do 1 year, man. I might.
Oh, you can do it if
Yeah,
they
I'm
put
the
you in
jealous,
there.
but he don't
If they
know.
put you in there, you gonna do it. You know what I'm saying?
I
Or
don't-
commit suicide.
Yeah, I might go out like Aaron Hernandez.
Yeah.
But it's hard though. I fortunately same route, man. You know what I'm saying? Bumped my head a couple of times. Possession. I always went in for possession. I was a drug dealer. And to be honest, man, getting in there, you most definitely got to have a tight head. If you don't, you can fall victim to a lot of things that's going on inside of those prison walls. Friends that I met here, friends that I grew up with, and then I get inside the wall with, they're doing heroin. They're doing things that just try to keep them afloat. Then sadly, some OD. You know what I'm saying? So you do got to have a tight rope in your thing. And I want to just piggyback, like my friend said, on you, because I did 5 years, right? I did 2 5. So I did a 5, came home for 2 years, went back, did 5. My second 5, right in between my 3 years in, still not knowing that I got 2 more years, I kind of made that decision where I wasn't gonna, I was just gonna come home and I knew how to get in trouble. Now I was gonna come home and try something new. But you said that you was already finished, kind of. What?
Well, I hadn't been selling drugs.
Yeah. Okay. But 20 years, you're about to come home because it's hard coming home and you got to start over. How was your come home experience?
Tough. I came home. My mom's house was in foreclosure. All my family doing bad. Nobody had elevated. You know, they basically decreased from where they were when I was home. So when you come home and everybody's doing bad and they all looking at you like, yay,
Yeah. The savior.
Let's get it.
Yeah. That's me. I looked at him like that. What's up, Unc?
Yeah. So it was a little tough, but I prepared myself to come home to toughness.
Okay.
I wasn't looking to come home, where, because I know how they treated me when I was in jail. When I was in jail, nobody sent me money. Nobody came to visit me. So I pretty much got used to that. I had started looking at it like, you know how you got an empty bottle?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And when you get finished with all the substance, you throw the bottle away. And I felt that's how everybody had felt about me. My substance was gone. I no longer had the substance that everybody was looking for.
Okay. That's like me. I
it's funny,
understand. I
some of
totally
this.
understand.
Got in my throat.
Nah, you good.
So I want to ask you this, man. How do that play with your mental when at one moment you are someone who
Everybody want to be around.
yeah
Yeah.
everybody's laughing at my jokes, everybody's loving me.
People fighting to take you out for breakfast and dinner.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a little. It's a little concerning, but you got to stay grounded. I always try to keep myself grounded that money don't make you. It don't matter how much money you got, you still a human being. You still gonna go through the same things that normal people go through.
True.
Your girl might cheat on you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
He take them back when they cheat on him. Though. he don't care. He like,
You have a flat tire. I mean, we still, no matter how much money you got, you still have the normal, everyday things. People in your family die. All those things are still gonna be there. Now you just can take care of the material things. You don't worry about light bills and gas and water and stuff like that there, but we still have the same problems that normal people have.
Yeah.
So when you were released from prison, like what was your source of income? And I ask you that because I would think, okay, Freeway, Ricky Ross, we was talking about like those hood bootleg movies. We heard your story. We in Nashville, Tennessee, and knew who you were.
Yeah.
And you in California making moves. So I would think that you could get out and do speeches and I don't know, brand deals or sell your story. How are you making money?
My first speeches was like $200.
Okay.
Go and speak, they give you $200. So, since I've been home, I sold T-shirts, hair.
Yeah, you're a hustler.
With cars, just numerous.
Yeah, whatever
books,
you get. Yeah,
books.
Yeah.
And I've done speaking engagements. Now my speaking engagements do pay me, a nice little bit. More than what. Some people make in a month.
Yeah, for sure.
So all those things, played a part. I was homeless for a while.
After you came home from your 20.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah. I went through a little stint of homelessness.
Yeah.
Not sleeping on the street.
No, I totally understand what you mean.
Not sleeping on the street, but technically I was homeless. Where somebody could come in any day and be like, "Oh, you got to go." So I went through that. I got lucky, went on Joe Rogan.
Most definitely. Okay.
He told me about a T-shirt, and that changed, my life. And then I did the book, my book.
Yeah, the Freeway Ricky Ross.
There you go.
Yeah, I did the book. And it just, it's just been rolling since then, got in the cannabis industry,
I saw that. I have got to see you do that. I want to ask you. I didn't mean to cut you off either, but I want to ask you this: having the name Freeway Ricky Ross, right? And you come home and you guys are kind of shift and make a way for yourself back again. But somebody's making money off your name. You got hip hop guys, you got like people like he say selling your seat. Like that don't make you be like, God, like.
Well, it gives you a little, a little like, damn, ain't nobody recognized. That has really been the biggest thing with me.
Mm-hmm.
That nobody really recognized my potential. While I was gone, I read 300 books. When I went to prison, I couldn't read it all. But while I was gone, I read 300 books. Some older guys in the pen. When I say older guys, I was still fairly young when I went to the pen, 28 years old. So, that's still fairly young. And they talked about a guy that could take the streets and book sense and put it all together. What type of guy that would be. So I started to study, I read over 300 books before I got home, and I felt my game was tight. I know my game is tight.
Yeah, most definitely. 300 books, listen, 300 books, most definitely, your mind is sharp.
Yeah.
Especially going in and you can't read. And coming out and you got 300 books up under your belt. Bro, how many books you done read? You ain't read no 300 books.
Probably not even my
and
life.
he been free his whole life.
And then that become your focus, like my focus becomes studying now. My focus become getting sharp, learning, and it got so addictive that I be like, some nights I be like, damn, I ain't got enough time. And then people would be like, you in jail and you talking about you ain't got enough time, but it just sometimes they cut the lights out, and I'll be like, damn, I wish I had enough more time
to keep reading
so I could finish this chapter. But when you do all that, and then where you been, and I'm like, man, they tripping, man. They don't see this.
It's crazy because I can't even fathom that, man. Like, how do you learn to read in your late 20s, man? I mean, like, did you have an older guy when the older guy said, hey, man, today we're finna spell out words and go through
No, my
soundings
celly did. He might have been a few months older than me, but he wasn't that much older.
I got you. So you couldn't read it all, like you couldn't do cat, bat, hat, none of that before you went there. I'm sure you could do that.
Maybe a few. There was a few words I knew.
Do you think that played a major role in? So I want to ask you a question before I ask.
In me becoming a dope dealer? Absolutely, absolutely. I couldn't get a job at McDonald's. I wanted a job at McDonald's. If I could have got a job at McDonald's before I became a drug dealer, I maybe never became a drug dealer. But it became a point in my life that I was gonna be something,
regardless,
something. Hook or crook, I'm gonna get me something. I ain't gonna be out here, all twisted up, and just so happened that it came with the drugs.
So I like what you said. I like what you told me. You said when I said I'm here with the real Rick Ross, and I heard so much about you, and you say, don't believe everything you hear. I like that you told me that, because now I've got a good question that I want to know if it's true or false. Was your plug actually the CIA?
He was a CIA operative.
Okay. So the
you know what
difference
that
of
is?
that, no, I'm going to say, I'm gonna say the difference of that
break
is.
it down for us.
Well, operative is somebody who works with the CIA, but they're from a foreign country. And they can't be a CIA agent because they don't have a green card. Or they're not American citizen. So they can't be put on the actual payroll.
Mm-hmm.
But they make more money as an operative. An operative can make $4 million in a year, if they're giving them the right information.
Okay. So the operative, so now I gotta ask you, okay. How do a guy who says he can't read, can't get a job at McDonald's, how do you stumble across a CIA operative?
Well, it really comes down to your dedication and your determination. I was determined when I got in the dope game. I didn't know, I didn't know what an ounce was. I didn't know what a quarter ounce. Only thing I knew was what an eighth was.
Yeah.
That was the first thing they told me what an eighth was. So I started to learn about the business. Hold it, there's a such thing of a half ounce. There's a seventh. There's a quarter pound.
Yeah.
So now I'm learning all this technology. I mean, not technology, but
let's learn the business of it.
The business of the business. So I found out that, well, the more drugs you buy, the cheaper it gets.
Yeah.
So I started parlaying all my money back into the drugs. And what that did is that allowed me to outgrow my connects. I just kept jumping from one connect because they wouldn't say
they
the
can't
money.
Supply you at the
right. They can't supply me because they don't say their money.
Yeah,
they fucking off. They gotta have cars and and jewelry and and giving the girls their money.
Yeah.
And I was in a situation where my mom was a diehard Christian, so I had.
So you can't show off.
I can't show off. I gotta hide. If I change clothes, I go around to the homie house. Put on the new clothes, and then when I come back, I go to his house and put on the old ones and come back home. So instead of doing all that, I just stayed the way I was. You know what I'm saying? And that allowed me to compound my money. So as my money compounded, the drugs compounded.
And then as far as the operative, so the operative found you pretty much?
We probably found each other.
Okay.
It's like, it's like they say when preparation meets opportunity, good luck.
Yeah.
So I had a teacher that I was friends with. We played tennis together, and he told me that he knew somebody that was in my line of work. He introduced me to the first Nicaraguan, which he was small. He was selling half ounces and ounces, and he was using too.
Okay.
And I jumped him, in a couple months. A couple months.
And then you looking for somebody else. Yeah.
A couple months, I'm spending $8,000. He can't
supply you.
They won't get him. They won't give him $8,000 worth of dope.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna give you my $8,000.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So now he has to bring me and the connection in the same room.
Yeah.
So when they hand me the dope, I hand him my money, and then I take his cut out the bag. I don't know how they did with the money, but that's how I got my first connect.
So yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, that is. It's deep.
So
It's deep.
the guy who introduced you, who you play tennis with, he doesn't know that these are CI.
Oh no, he's a small time petty user.
Yeah.
Middleman.
Sell
a little dope to get high. He ain't no career drug dealer. I'm becoming a career drug
dealer. That was I feel you. That's what I was like.
Becoming my career.
That was me.
That's what I do every day, all day. I'm living for it.
Fast forward it. Okay, meet a new one. Now it's happening. You, Rick Ross. When do you figure out, or how do you figure out it's a CI agent?
I don't figure it out.
Okay,
a news reporter from San Jose Mercury News figured it out. He puts the whole puzzle together.
Not watching you, but watching them.
No, I get arrested.
Okay,
he set me up. My supplier set me up.
Okay,
he the one that got me arrested
with the feds. He set you up with the feds. Gotcha.
He set me up with the feds. So I'm waiting to go to trial, and this reporter contacts my lawyer like, "Hey, your guy is my guy." So we like, what you mean, my guy? I'm following this guy. I'm trying to figure out who this guy is, and I want to talk to Rick about who this guy is, how much Rick know about him. So I'm looking at a life sentence without the possibility of parole. So I don't care what you put in the newspaper. I'm gonna get a life sentence anyway.
Yeah,
my days are numbered. So I told my lawyer, send him down. So he came down and we talked and found out that we both had the same guy, and I told him what I knew about the guy, and I was hoping that, he filled us in on what he knew about him, because there's a thing that's called discrediting your witness.
Yeah, absolutely.
You want to discredit your witness. Some people, get it twisted. We ain't gonna go into that.
Yeah, for sure.
But you want to be able to show the jury that they can't trust this guy's words. That he's a
most
liar.
definitely. I've seen he's not credible.
He's not credible. He's a liar. He'll cheat. He'll say anything. So we looking for that kind of stuff, to put on the dudes. But anyway, the reporter don't give it to us. But a few months later, he published an article in the San Jose Mercury News, which was the first article that a major newspaper ever published on the internet. And the article goes viral.
Okay.
And in the article, he says that the CIA's army was supplying drugs to the Crips and Bloods in South Central Los Angeles through a guy named Rick Ross. Boom. And it hit the fan.
It hit the fan right there.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah. I gotta ask you this too, here, man. We're gonna pass a lot of this, but I love what you just said. I gotta ask you this though: is Rick Ross the first person in LA, in South Central LA, that introduced LA to crack?
No.
Okay.
What they say is that I'm the first crack millionaire.
Yeah.
I'm the first one to make $1 million selling crack. There was guys that was already selling crack, but like I said, they was small time, getting high, partially selling dope. I went at it wholehearted, like I go at tennis. Like I used to go at that tennis ball. I went at that tennis ball wholeheartedly. I was trying to knock the fuzz off of it.
Yeah.
So I was trying to knock the fuzz off the
You
game.
playing tennis when you was when you not broke, but when you was younger and you wasn't a millionaire? Was you playing tennis then?
Yeah, I played tennis then.
So that's okay.
That's crazy.
My uncle never played tennis.
Okay.
My uncle played tennis growing up, but also South Central.
Yeah, Serena and Venus.
I can most definitely see tennis being something that he don't play sports, man. He was sorry in basketball.
Yeah.
So, and that's the way I go at everything, So.
So you go hard. Okay, I like that. Yeah. Whatever you,
I go hard in my book.
Whatever you decide.
I went hard in my book.
Yeah.
My book, I went hard on my book.
There you go. Now
Joe Rogan, when I went on there, he told me about the T-shirts. I went hard on them T-shirts. I killed them. You see my T-shirt all over the internet. I did so well with my T-shirt, they started counterfeiting them.
That's when you're doing good.
Yeah. When they
that's how they do our podcast. We do so
somebody
good now.
Called me. They mad.
Counterfeit podcast.
They mad, man. Somebody counterfeiting your T-shirt. I said, yeah. This mean I did the right thing.
Yeah, I say you. I
somebody took your name.
Right,
that mean I did the right thing.
I want to ask you this, because me and my guy, we always had this conversation, right? When we talk about like back in your day when you was moving around in the drug trade, was snitching prevalent? Or do you feel like it was more morals back in your day than it is today?
Not like it is kind of now. Now it's more acceptable.
Wide open now.
It's more acceptable now than it was back then. They had snitches, but not like today. You can be a snitch and
it's wide open now.
And still go and
come back out, right?
And do everything. That
don't you think that's weird? That's a little weird. Snitches used to have to leave the neighborhood and
snitches
go
get
underground.
Stitches, right?
Yeah,
that's what we was brought up to say.
Yeah. But they started saying, "Why do 10 when you could tell on a friend?"
Yeah.
So when you moving around like that at the level that you was, I'm pretty sure the Rifle admins, you meet these guys, right?
Yeah,
because these guys. Oh, so you did know Rifle.
Yeah.
How did you ever form? Did you have a relationship with Rifle?
A light one.
Okay. So so is this true? Like the level that you was all around the world, you meet other high level.
Well, everybody really came to LA at that time. LA was like the mecca for cocaine in the United States.
Mm-hmm.
So if you was dealing
cocaine
in
I'm
Chicago, if you was in Chicago dealing cocaine, if you in New York, you came to LA to get your coke.
Yeah, it's kind of like we say California got the best weed now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Facts.
Like
facts. That's a fact.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like with us, us in Tennessee, we like, this is Cali. Like it's a big deal.
Because that's what we like to do.
It's a big deal if somebody comes
like
with some
blow.
weed from Cali.
Well, no. What I mean, no. I used to. I do good now. I don't drink. I don't smoke weed or anything like that anymore.
That's cool.
I just man, when I came home, I changed.
You want to be healthy.
I want to be healthy, and I just knew that like man, I was in the streets tough. Just I was saying, I don't like the broadcast a lot, but I was in the streets tough.
Well, that's good you got out.
And I got out and I bumped my head the second time, and I just knew I was like, bro, I'm gonna change. Like I want to just change all the way around. And I got married. I got my son. You know what I'm saying? Like everything that I wasn't doing when I was caught up in the streets, when I was moving around. That's what we say in Nashville, moving around me, you know. So when I was moving around, like I didn't have kids. I was sleeping with women, you know what I'm saying?
It's a young man's game.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah,
It
Get
is.
out the way. I like you said you staying healthy, man. You're a vegan. You're a vegan, right?
Yeah, I've been a vegan 34 years.
God,
34 years.
Hell no, I need the 100 pepper.
What changed? I mean, what made you say, okay, man, I'm done. I'm done
bet
with the meat.
that I
A
couldn't
bet
do it.
that you couldn't do it.
For 6 months.
Yeah.
Damn, man, you
So
took that bet serious.
After I did it 6 months,
Yeah.
I went back to eat meat, got sick, and I said, you know what, I ain't gonna never eat meat again.
Ah, man.
And I haven't done it.
So when you say no meat, like what is Ricky Ross eating now, man? A typical day.
Well, you know, I go to a place called Beyond Vegan, and most of the time,
Okay.
and they use vegetables that I can't even think of the names
Yeah,
of
yeah.
them, you know. They all alkaline. you know,
Nice.
alkaline vegetables. Every now and then I eat some
Fresh.
beans. You know, I eat beans once in a while. I don't do potatoes at all.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you eat?
I do what broccoli,
I like broccoli. I like broccoli.
cauliflower, asparagus.
Nice.
You know, it's a lot of stuff out there. You know,
Yeah.
bell
Yeah.
peppers.
The things you name, I'm like, okay. Because I don't really know a lot of people that eat vegan. My friend right here, he tried it. And he lasted some years.
I did good.
He lasted some years. No meat, no pork. He lasts. And this is my best friend, Rick. So I watched him do it, and I was like, okay, I'm going to do it. Off the bat, right? I lasted like 8 months. And I had a attack. I couldn't believe it that these are real. Like, not eating meat, pork, none of that, right? I end up driving past a McDonald's out the club without them, dropped them off, and I remember driving, I was like, damn, I want a burger. And I stopped and I got a burger. I'm like, I ain't gonna let them know I got a burger. I was like, I'm gonna keep it to myself, but I was like, fuck that. I called them next morning, I'm done. Yeah, I ain't doing that shit, man. I'm getting a Big Mac.
Yeah, that's
I like you saying that though, like no. I'll ask you this. So like when temptation is calling, right? Because that McDonald's was just calling. That's temptation. That's temptation. Like what type of things do you do to fight that temptation?
For me?
Yeah.
It ain't no.
I ain't even talking about food. I'm just talking about in life.
Like
period.
coming home,
When
like coming home, who
when
you are.
temptation knocks at your door, what things do you do to keep that away?
I don't know. It's according to what the temptation is, you know.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Yeah.
I said women.
I like that smile. Yeah.
Let's go to women then. You on the road, you know, you promoting your boxing, you in and out. We just saw a group of women, man, that was
were happy
hugging,
to see you.
taking pictures.
Well,
like,
I try to keep my distance.
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
I do. You know, because you can put yourself in a compromising situation.
So,
And,
So.
and I've been there before, you know, where I didn't want it to happen, but it happened, you know.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
you just gotta try to keep yourself out of compromising situations. You know, don't test your strength.
Yeah.
know,
Is it a Miss Ross out there somewhere? What you doing, Rick? Man, you got an old lady. What's going on with you?
I got
man?
somebody that I've been going with for a couple years.
Nice. What you waiting on, man? When time is ticking, it's time to put a ring on it, brother.
Well, I don't believe in marriage.
Oh, you don't?
Oh, let's get in there.
All right. Why
No,
not?
I don't believe in marriage. I mean, I don't need
A
nobody.
piece of paper.
I don't need nobody to tell me, you know, what I'm supposed to do for nobody. You know, I'm gonna do what I want to do for who I want to do it for.
What about the assets? This is I believe I agree with you, but this is what people say.
Yeah,
back
the
to
feedback
me.
that we get back.
What
from
about the assets? How does the assets get broken down if God forbid something happens to you?
Well,
then how does the assets get broken
if you
down?
were in there and you was helping me, then you get your cut. You know, I won't stop giving you your cut. I mean, you know,
Straight to the point.
because it's supposed to be a business. If it's a business partnership, And usually women that I mess with, it's usually a business partnership first.
Yeah.
You know, I usually mess with women I do business with. Even when I sold drugs, all my girlfriends sold drugs. You know, I didn't really mess with women who wasn't in the game.
Because, work with me.
Because I didn't feel that that I should be taking penitentiary chances and then just give it to somebody who wasn't willing to.
Damn, man, I should have had that. Yeah, I feel you.
Do you believe in a will? Like, do you believe in writing a will, or preparing?
Somewhat, but you know, like with my kids, you know, I feel like if they don't take, you know, I used to be like some people, you know, you hear them like rich people say, "Man, I ain't leaving my money to my kids."
Yeah, Steve Harvey say that,
and I understand why now, because they feel that if they don't take the resources, if you can't take these resources and make something out of it for yourself, then I could give you all the money in the world, you ain't gonna do nothing with it.
Yeah,
you know, but jack it off, maybe go buy you a Kia Heron and over.
No, you're right. How is your relationship with your kids?
We cool.
Okay.
You know, my 2 babies called me today.
So you came home and made kids?
Yeah, I got two new kids.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
There you go.
Yeah, I got a 13-year-old and a 14-year-old. They both play tennis.
So I know I talked to you about this when we was downstairs. I want you to elaborate, just a small tad. It's just if you want to. The FX series, Snowfall. You see, you have a conversation with John Singleton.
Not a conversation. We had a relationship.
We had a relationship.
Yeah, we working on my movie together.
Okay.
We got a business relationship where we're actually actively working on a movie about my life story.
And it's based off the book.
Yeah, the book.
Yeah.
Well, the book wasn't out at first.
Okay.
The book wasn't out when we started. You know, we started before the book even came out. I'd already wrote the book when I was in jail, but it wasn't published.
Okay.
It just so happened that I'd been doing a documentary when I came home. But me and John have been, you know, we've been cool going to lunch and sitting down, you know, writing sessions and discussing, you know, the way the movie should be told. And this particular night, my documentary was coming out, and it was a screening, and I get a box in the mail, and it had 10 of my books. My first demo books was in the box. So I'm excited. My documentary's finna air.
Yeah.
You know.
Let's go. I know, I can see the excitement.
Yeah, so we debuting the documentary. It's gonna be at a theater, and me and John gonna go together.
Yeah.
So we go to the thing together, and I got my books in my arm. You know, I'm a published author now.
Yeah.
And he see the books. He's like, "Man, I want to buy one of those." And I was like, "Man, I ain't selling these demos."
Yeah.
So he offered me $100 for one. I said,
"Here you go, here you go, bro." For sure,
everything got a price.
Yeah, most definitely, 100.
Yeah, I sell it to him, and we still kicked it a little while after that, and then all of a sudden, you know, I called this number. He don't answer the phone, and I'm also working with Nick Cassavetes at the same time.
Okay.
I don't know if you know who Nick Cassavetes is, but Nick Cassavetes is the guy that did Blow, the movie Blow.
Yeah, most definitely famous movie, popular movie so, in the household.
Him kicking it about a TV series. So we go to the Weinstein's office. He take me to the Weinstein's office for the meeting, and one of the assistants come out the back with an article out the Variety, I think, a Hollywood Reporter, one of the movie magazines. Mm-hmm. It's like, "Hey, this meeting over. John Singleton just got funded for Snowfall." And
damn,
that's when I found out.
Damn.
Oh my God.
Were you like harboring like ill feelings towards John?
I didn't even know that Snowfall was gonna be my story.
Was gonna be your story. You just
you know, I just saw that he was doing a dope movie, and I'm like, you know.
Yeah.
Plenty of dope stories out here.
When you put it together, when did you piece it like, hold on now?
Well, when the trailer came out, you know, my phone went crazy. My Instagram went crazy.
Yeah.
people knew that was my story. You know, they start calling me, "Hey man, John stole your story." It got so bad for them even they changed the trailer. The trailer that they first aired is not the trailer that eventually was the one that they did the show with.
Okay, because I even think I saw on social media that you felt a certain type of way about it. You spoke on it. I guess I'll say this before. And rest in peace, John Singleton. And but before he passed, did you guys get a chance to reconcile?
No, we never reconciled. I saw him one night. Red Grant had called me to his birthday party, and I ran into John coming down some stairs. I was coming down the stairs. He was coming up the stairs. We had a brief conversation, and he told me he owed me some money. Gave me his new number.
As soon as he saw you, he said,
"Oh, absolutely, yeah." He was scared. He didn't know. I had about 4 guys with me.
Yeah,
and he was by himself, so he didn't really know what the outcome was going to be. I was shocked that he was in the neighborhood that he was in. Damn, you come over here, But anyway, that was the last time I saw him. Last time we talked. That was it.
No, and that's the thing with you, right? I'm listening to your story. I see how calm, cool, that you are, and having a situation like that happen. But these are repeatedly things that we see with your name, your story. Is it a breaking point at times? Like is it like what's the mental with you when like a Rick Ross has your name?
I look at it like when you got so much, I get so many opportunities. Just like right here, while I'm here in Nashville, I wanted Don King. It's a long story. Yeah, and we ain't got enough time because I got to eat tonight. But I wanted Don King to help me with boxing, and then this guy from Nashville, Jimmy Adams, took the call. You know what I'm saying? So now he's coaching me in how to become the biggest boxer promoter on the planet. That's my goal.
So that's the new thing right now for.
Well, that's
FREEWAY.
one of them.
Yeah, we can get into it. You said boxing, man. I saw you on your page. What's the guy name, man? The voice, the scorekeeper, Al. Is it Bernstein? Al?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. When I heard that voice, I said, I know that voice.
Yeah,
I know that voice. That's Mike Tyson, Floyd Mayweather. Like we know that you know what I'm saying? We know that voice, man.
Well, I just have a way of getting to the top.
Yeah.
I talk your shit. Yeah, you go.
I do.
Yeah, for sure.
I just when I play tennis, the top black pros would come to my high school and pick me up, and we go work out together.
Nice.
Earl Prince, Lawrence King, Maurice Hunter. I worked out with all those guys when I was still in high school.
Okay.
They would literally come in, pick me up in their car.
They was adults.
and we would go to the tennis court and we'd be hitting tennis balls. And I'm working out. They show me their workouts. And I'm right there with the best. Yeah. So, the only one that didn't do that was Arthur Ashe. So I always had a knack or the mentality where these people, they fucked with me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's the same thing now in the dope game. They fucked with me. I was able to go to the shot callers from the Crips and the shot callers from the Blood. And even that, I stumbled up on even why I should be going to them, That was an accident that I found out. Damn, if you get a shot caller to dope, he gonna take over the whole neighborhood.
Yeah.
I didn't really know that. I didn't know.
Because you're not in the game.
Yeah.
I was in a square. I never even smoked weed.
And that's the dope thing about it, because South Central LA, like I say, growing up, we know colors, right? Red, blue. A guy who's so huge in the game like you, who's not affiliated, who's neutral. That's what we say here. Neutral. I'm a neutral guy.
Right.
But I also had people that was in gangs that I can, and people like, how the fuck you do that? I'm like, nah, I'm just a cool nigga, I guess.
Yeah. No hard feelings.
Yeah.
I'm doing the boxing. We got a new streaming channel.
For sure. Let's talk about that. We heard about that downstairs.
Little Rock, IP,
He
TV.
making moves.
Okay.
on you, man.
All right.
Yeah, so
All right.
what we finna do, and I didn't invent it. It's another brother, Mr. Moore out of Detroit. He invented it. He came up with it.
What's up, Mr.
It's going to
Moore?
be a way for content creators like y'all,
Yeah.
instead of going through YouTube and Spotify and all those who really don't give you no money for your streams. Now you're going to be able to go directly to your consumers and deal with them directly. So you'll have all their email addresses, their phone numbers, and even in some cases their credit card number. So that
Shit.
you can sell directly to them. You don't have to wait on.
You basically cutting out the
on that
middleman.
monthly check for
Yeah.
YouTube. I understand that.
Yeah.
What's the name of the boxing promotion?
Country Box.
Country Box?
Yeah, Country
All
Box.
right.
We'll be boxing tomorrow. Come down because y'all got some young stars down here. I right now I manage about 6 or 7 fighters of my own.
Okay.
But Jimmy Adams, who I'm down here for right now, who's teaching me the game, he's like Danilo Blandon, the one that was a CIA operative in my book.
Yeah.
He a plug.
Yeah.
He got some guys that are right now ready to maybe take on some of the top fighters in the world.
And that's dope that you say that for Nashville. Have you ever had a relationship with Nashville?
I've been here about 8 or 9 times.
Okay.
Okay.
How Nashville treat you when you come through?
I get love here.
That's what's
I
up,
fuck
man.
with Buck.
Yeah.
Young Buck. I fuck with Buck when he was going through his little thing with 50 Cent. Me and him was on the phone talking from jail. I was talking to Buck from jail. I don't know if you know, but I was on his album. The album that he did after him and 50 Cent broke up. I was on that album. I did a shout out for him on the album. And I got some other friends. JD is down here. I don't know. I got about 4 or 5.
That's good that
friends
Nashville
down
show
here.
you love. I like that, man.
Well,
Listen,
I get love all over the country though.
Yeah, but
Well,
you freeway
let
though.
me say that all over the world. When I went to France, they showed me love. The only place I didn't get love, y'all better know, when you go to England and you got a conviction, they locking your ass up.
damn.
Straight off the plane.
Over there. How the
Yeah,
hell did you
yeah.
even
What?
get
How the
over
hell you
there?
get
They
over
didn't
there?
tell you. They didn't tell me when we got on the plane that convicted felons couldn't be allowed.
As soon as you landed, they
straight to
straight to the most
straight to
definitely.
INS.
Damn.
I would have thought that you couldn't even get over there, but damn, that's crazy. That's
Now,
crazy.
if you got your green, your passport. And,
Why you gonna
and all
leave me,
that.
bro?
Yeah.
You gonna do the show over there?
Huh? Shit, I can't get over there.
That's how we felt.
Yeah, I can't fucking get
Listen,
over
man,
there.
dope conversation.
It
Listen,
is, man.
Freeway, Ricky Ross, we most definitely love the conversation, bro. Legend, we're gonna always tell you that. We're gonna give you credit. I am Bank of America. I love to give credit.
There you go.
Great conversation, man. Thank you for basically showing us the perseverance. We all go through obstacles, but we all can get through them. And I like that you said what you were saying about, I was going to get to the top. I think having that type of mind frame is what always has the escalator to get to the top.
Yeah.
Once you know, I'm going to get to the top. Yeah. Even if I fall down and I bump my head a couple of times. So the thinking that you have is most definitely very powerful and very knowledgeable, and keep sharing it to the world, because we all need to hear this type of story to let people know that you can bump your head and, man, you can still reach the elite level of life that you want to reach, man. So I want to say, man, congratulations. Thank you.
We appreciate that. We appreciate that,
for
Rick.
sure, man.
Before we get out of here, man, tell the people everything you got going on, from the books to the boxing to everything, and also tell them how they can follow you and support you, brother.
Man, main thing, y'all go follow the network, Little Rock IP TV. Free streaming. We're gonna have movies. We going out to Tubi. We going out to Netflix. We finna bump heads with everybody. So
okay.
Y'all check it out. Y'all gonna see some movies on there that you ain't seeing on none of these other channels, and podcasts, because
we want our shit on there, Ricky. Come on now.
We want y'all on there, and you ain't got to be exclusive. You can still go and deal with with the Spotify's and
you still go deal with them over there. I feel you.
Let them give you a 0.5%. You know, for a million streams.
Send it to me, man. We gotta go. We gonna have to go over where you at, man. Listen, you already know what it is. It's your boy Lano XL, Mr. 18 Pockets. Yes, y'all already understand what's going on when you fighting through this shit. You know you can get through it, man. Make sure you guys go and check out the Freeway Ricky Ross book, 2nd edition. Added some new things to it, right? What you tell me? You said I corrected some shit.
Yeah, we corrected some stuff. And don't go to Amazon and buy it. You can go to my website, freewayrickyross.com.
See, that's why I like, look, Freeway telling you cut out the middleman, right?
It's the only way you get to the top. You can't get to the top with everybody
in your pocket.
Yeah.
Get out of my pocket. But you already know, man. Listen, before we go, I got 2 things, man. I'm going to say this, man. Listen, get money, stay true, get money.
And listen up, people. If nobody told you today that they love you, let me be the very first person to tell you that I love you, I love you, I love you.
Peace.